Alright, hey everyone watching this video. Gonna be making a little morning pre-market MULN update video. It's 8:39 a.m. Let's see. MULN has not released any news. They have actually not released any news this early in pre-market in a very, very, very long time, which has actually been pretty well because it ends up working in their favors against shorts. If MULN does not drop any news today, then I'm probably not going to be making another video unless something significant happens, but I'll be making probably a end of the day video. Once again, if anyone finds these videos to be helpful, please comment below. And if you are getting any value out of these videos, let me know as well too. I'm making these videos just because I've been following the stock for so long, and I do believe that something great is coming for a catalyst, because a lot of things are coming into play. But yesterday was really a gut check, and we'll go over that in a few. Okay, so anyways, I was actually going to go to Stock Titan here a little bit later, but as you see, we got no new news just yet. Market cap has been adjusted. I made a video last night talking about the market cap, 35 million market cap rule, 37.48 million. The float, according to Stock Titan, is still 6.33 million. It is below 7 million, which means you cannot trade options on MULN, which is bullish. David did do a very good thing, and making sure, or rather, I mean, there's really nothing he can do. He did a 1-for-100 reverse stock split, so our float was smaller than 7 million shares, but still, if you want to trade MULN or make money on MULN, you have to buy you got to buy the stock. You can't be doing options. Purchasing options contracts, whether they're puts or calls, they ultimately do not sway the actual stock price. But if you have a lot more people buying shares that would be buying calls, then you add buying pressure, which does increase the stock price. So hopefully we maintain a very small float for the foreseeable future, and no dilution happens anytime soon, or throughout the entire remainder of this year. That would be great. But let's go ahead, head on over to SEC. No new 8Ks or SEC filings have been filed, which is also good. We probably will get another 8K today since they dropped news yesterday, which is not bad. The previous 8K is just basically the news update that MULN did. I'm surprised that they didn't file an 8K for the interview with Cha-Cha. But then again, I mean, these type of 8Ks are not bad. They're not like dilution type, 8Ks, which is not what we're looking for. As for any share buying from David, correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone's watching this video, I believe a CEO has 2 days to report if they bought any shares. David has not bought any shares, or Benzinga has not been updated. So and also I highly doubt David has also bought any shares too. Doesn't really make any sense in my opinion, because the stock is at a all-time low. So why the hell would you not be buying shares? Okay, so we're on the 1 minute time frame right now, and I've already updated the pivot points for today. If you don't know what pivot points are, they're basically key areas based on the previous day's highs and lows on the day chart. And they're really good areas to especially look at, especially if you're looking to be a swing trader or a day trader. I focus on day trading, swing trading. I was heavily invested in MULN from March of 2022 all the way up until May 2023. Got my ass kicked, and then I've just been swing trading, day trading MULN. I made back a little bit of my money of what I lost, throughout 2022 and also early 2023, but I honestly don't know if I will ever break even with the stock, but this stock really is a roller coaster, and we are on the last limb right now. The final last limb is literally this. I'm going to go over pretty much why. Okay, so market opens 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern. We just basically got very low, if not any volume, trended down, and this is a worrisome of me. So I deal with technical analysis. If you are not good with technical analysis, I could probably make some videos on technical analysis. Investors look for FA. Fundamental analysis is based on balance sheet, cash flow, liabilities, assets, anything like fundamentally with the company. I focus on the charts. I focus on what the chart is actually telling you. And right now, things are a little shaky. I was in front of my computer since 6:15 this morning watching this, and I actually got a little bit nervous. I'm like, oh boy, because we broke the S1 and then we bounced above it. And like I said in the previous video or a couple videos before, these pivot points, you don't have to be exact. Just because we broke the S1, it doesn't mean that we're going to automatically go down to the S2. And we trended above the S1, which is good, because now the S1 is now back to being support. It's no longer resistance. If we had stayed down here, if we had stayed around this area, then the S1 would have became resistance, which is not good. That's not what we want, because the all-time low at 565, the all-time low is not a pivot point. It's not a point of resistance or support. The all-time low is just the all-time low. The next level of support is all the way at 515. God, please don't let, because if we do break the S1 and if we break the all-time low, you're talking from where we are right now, you're talking a 15% drop. I am a marketing major. I'm not a math major. I believe it's definitely greater than 10% drop. It might be close to 15 or a little more. But anyways, you're talking about a significant drop to the S2. And the S3, let's not even go to the S3. But what would be really nice is if we just stay in this range. It would be phenomenal if we make back some of what we lost and we actually get over the R1 and we end up using the R1 as support today. But we really got to see, MULN runs on news. That's all that this stock runs on. It runs on news. News is their fuel. And if we get good news, then this stock is going to run. If we don't, then it's going to follow the trend of the market currently, which is not bad because I do believe that no new dilution is happening. Let's go ahead and look at Tesla. So Tesla is actually trading between the R1, S1, basically dead smack in the middle. Around 5 and 6, it was actually above the 200 EMA, exponential moving average, which means 200. The average of these 200 candles, each candle on here is 1 minute. Let's go with the 5-minute time frame, see what we see here. 5-minute time frame is actually not looking very good for Tesla. We pushed up, and then right now we're just below all the EMAs. If Tesla has another bad day, if Tesla breaks 158 and we just trend down, and if we lose another 5% on Tesla, so if we were to go down another 8 points, and we're trading in between the S1, S2, you're going to get a lot of downward pressure. It would be a shocker if Tesla really breaks 150. 150 tends to be a really big psychological level for Tesla. And I believe it's a Fibonacci level 2. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, if Tesla has a green day or pushes up, if we gain back a little bit of what we lost yesterday, because a lot of analysts are even saying yesterday with the bad PPI data, the market just overreacted significantly. So hopefully we do make up for what we did lose a little bit yesterday. Okay, so now let's look at the daily time frame with MULN. It just is not looking. It's not looking the greatest, and this is not financial advice. To buy or sell, you got to do what you feel. But with MULN, it's just MULN's a different beast. The RSI is significantly low. 30, 33, I can't really see exactly, but the RSI is pointing down. However, can the RSI point back? Absolutely, anything can happen. Like I said, MULN can drop a bombshell of news, and we could see something like this. We could see something where you have the RSI basically pretty much around the same area. Actually, it would be more relatable here. Here would be the same area all the way January 26th. News came out on the 29th, and then you just see boom, we ended up running. We ended up opening at 675, I believe. Then we ended up closing all the way up here at 778. We had a good gains of the day. So in order to do a reversal, because we broke our bottom, this was pretty much our bottom right here. And I've been saying this in the last couple of videos. Our bottom was established the end of January, being over here. And then we just been basically just swaying up, coming down, retouching this bottom. We pushed back up a little bit, but we had a bad last couple days, and now we broke this bottom. So we have to tell the charts and the markets that we are done, and we want to reverse. And what we need today is we need a massive push. We just need some type of massive move up. Maybe even not a massive move, but we just definitely need some type of reversal. Even if we were to get a somewhat, even if we were, I think this is called a doji candle. A doji candle can go 50-50. If you see a doji candle, it's a green candle, tiny body in the middle, but very long wick to the top, very long wick to the bottom. Unfortunately, we chose to go down instead of up. If we were to get a doji candle right here, that would be bullish, and that could potentially signal that, hey, on Monday we could start moving higher. Something that I did notice over here, and this is the thing about MULN, I can spend hours talking about this. I can spend days going over things MULN has done, things that they should do. MULN is a different beast. They do, it's a gamble. MULN is taking your money at a casino, which fucking sucks. I truly believe that we have a gap at 29 to 34. Some people may argue against this, that, hey, we filled this gap on 26 October, but we didn't actually close to fill this gap. We just wicked all the way up. Some people, when they talk about gaps, they'll go ahead and say, well, you know, that day we did push higher than 30, 34, 35. Some people will say, no, you know, you need actually to close above this area. So we do have a gap that I do see around this area, and all gaps do eventually get filled. Palantir is one stock that I've been making bank off of. I honestly wish MULN was like Palantir, but I don't know if MULN ever will be Palantir. There's actually a gap on Palantir around I believe it's at near $18. And a lot of bulls are saying there's no way we're going back to $18. I don't know. You know, there could be a possibility that if this bad inflation does happen, Palantir may go back to $18, which I will be buying very heavy around that level. Okay, MULN, more MULN. Okay, so we do have this gap right here, right? But we really can't go off here. Whoop. There's one more thing that I do want to show on the charts of what MULN has previously done before, which just kind of really scares the crap out of me in a way. Because I'm seeing a very similar pattern emerge. So, the 23rd of August, when this was after the second reverse stock split, 1 for 9, MULN had this, David posted this letter saying, hey, something has to happen. We believe in manipulation, blah, blah, blah. A lawsuit was announced. MULN ran all the way from 39 cents, which was the all-time low, or $39 post-split adjusted. And we ended up running all the way to $96. I actually got some very good day trades on these 2 days. But then we ended up crashing back down to form a double bottom. And then we trended higher. And then once we were at $65 or $75, we then broke all the way back down to where this double bottom is. And like I said, you don't need to be perfect on a double bottom. It just needs to be in a range type area. But then you see we just had 1, 2, 3, 4 red days. And we broke our double bottom on these 4 red days right here. These 4 red days. And then we had a doji. Actually, that's not a doji. That's just the least bullish candle out there. So we had a green. We did have a green day. Very little green. But then the next day, we fell off a cliff again, and then don't even get me started on the next day. 30. Yeah, we ended up gapping all the way from 34. We just were free falling. 18th of October went from $34, ended up all the way down to 20. Yeah, it was a bad day. And then down here we bottomed out, and it looks like we started trending higher, and then we just fell down again. So you see a pattern of like 4 red days and typically green. Down here was just fucking bad. It was just, and this is what I'm talking about. If you look at other stocks, things like these, a waterfall typically doesn't happen, but this is all dilution. Dilution was massively happening. We don't have dilution right now, or I don't believe dilution is happening. So we're on a 1, 2, 3, 4 red days. Typically following, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 red days, and then a massive green candle, or rather a green day. 1, 2, 3, 4 green. I'm praying and I'm hoping that something good happens today. Even if there's no news, but we just don't crash, just something good. We can only hope. But hopefully anyone watching this video got value out of this video, and hopefully good things happen today. I truly do hope that there are good things for this stock, and the stock just isn't totally just because we cannot afford to go below this $35 million market cap, like I said in my previous video. Say your prayers, everyone, and yeah, market's going to be opening here in about 30 minutes, and if MULN does drop news, I'll be making a new video. If they don't, then I'll probably make one later tonight after market closes fully. Otherwise, take it easy. See you later.